Hey Legionnaires, Steve Cox here with you from High Tech Legion. One of the most difficult things that I always have a problem with when building a new computer is case selection. When it comes to hardware, I just buy the best that I can possibly afford and keep it simple. When it comes to cases though, too many variables, too many options, too many possibilities. There is no right or wrong. Every individual has their own preference, right? Cooler Master likes to try to provide for everyone, and this is their newest entry for the mid-size Midtower gaming. It's the N600. This is the box. We're going to take a better look at it in a moment. It looks like a really great case, and I can't wait to get in here and show you guys what all it comes with and some of the features of the case. Let's take a look. Want to get a quick look at the box before I pull everything out. On the back of the box you have the name of the case, the N600 Midtower. Of course you have Cooler Master's logo here. Some basic features in numerous languages, Spanish, Russian, Italian, French, English, some of these I don't even know, Japanese. Point is, you have some nice images showing some of your main features to look at. It shows the lock on the back here for the side panel. This is the back, and of course the side, the left side and the front with the I/O panel. You may not see it really well in the video, but it shows the dual USB 3.0 ports there with the fan LED on off. Basic features like that. The front of the box you can see, again, the N600 Midtower, very large, large graphic showing what the case looks like. In the graphic on the front you can see the ventilation on the right side for that 240 millimeter radiator, and of course Cooler Master's logo again. It shows that it supports up to 5 SSDs, 3 designated places for radiators, which are the top, that right side, and of course the back, and a fan LED on and off. Alright, of course it comes well packed, wrapped in styrofoam inside the box. Not wrapped, but encased in. It's going to be covered in plastic to prevent, general dirt and moisture damage for shipping, even before it gets to the store where you might buy it, or if you were to buy online, of course. There we are. Comes inside with the N600 booklet. It's going to have installation guide, all of your specs in multiple languages. Looks like you've got Korean, Chinese, German, Italian, Greek, everything. Wow, look, that's like 20-something different languages. That's great. Warranty information, of course, Cooler Master usually has very good warranties. You read over that later. I'll include some of that information in the write-up. And it's going to show all the different ways, all the different configurations available. This is made to support 3 different positions for water cooling. Of course, it has the rubber grommets for the 120 millimeter in the back. You've got a position up top for a 240 millimeter, and it even has something I've not seen on the right side, a position for a 240 millimeter radiator. And there's the front of it. Really clean looking, really good looking case. Got your strip here for your power button, reset button, your 2 USB 3.0 slots. As you can tell, if you can see in the video there, those are blue, and the regular 2.0 are not. Of course, you've got thumb screws to access the side panel easily. Looking inside, the panel is all black. The inside of the case is all black. And it comes with a box of goodies. Okay, I want to take a quick look at some of the accessories that come in the brown box there. You have 12 zip ties for cable management. You have the left and right toolless connectors for your hard drives. Of course, the pegs fit into the screw holes and then just slide right into the cages in the case. I'll show more of that later. You have the 4 power supply screws. You have, of course, 4 side panel thumb screws. You have the error message speaker that attaches to the motherboard. You have a bag of miscellaneous screws, many of which you're likely to not use. You're going to have long screws for, let me dump them out here, long screws for fans and for radiators and attaching that kind of thing. You have, of course, the standoffs for the motherboard. Those fit into the case, and then of course just miscellaneous screws, and they'll be labeled as to their specific uses. Some will be for screwing motherboard down to the standoffs, you know, basic things. Now this is a bottom mounted power supply, and it has, you'll see, pull it out there, a nice mesh to filter. That's going to help a lot with dust and dirt getting into your computer, preventing that from happening. I like that a lot. It also has similar mesh on the back side here with a removable filter. I'll turn it around and get this side off here. So you guys can see me. Like I say, it's got a nice filter there. I thought it came off. Maybe it does unsnap. I'm not going to pull on it right now. Read up more about it. Yeah, it looks like it snaps right in right here. So that's easy to remove. Okay. Still not going to do it right now. But it does unclip from the side there, and of course you have a lot of wire control here. Your power supply main feeds are going to go through here, 24-pin ATX through here. You know, everything, lots and lots of little tie downs for your 8-pin connector up there, tie downs across the top. And this right here is unique, something I have not seen myself, and really nice. I wish I had an extra one to toss on here. I'll show you later. I'll pull one out. This is for an SSD mount. You can mount your solid state drive behind the motherboard panel here, which is pretty unique and a pretty neat deal. Okay, back to the inside of the case. Of course you can see your SSD drives here, your 3 optical bays up front here. The front of this pops off easily. I say easily. There it goes. Snaps right off. And this is a wonderful feature that I thought was pretty ingenious. Instead of having the massive wire dangling from the front panel, they just have some little tabs there, and the wire is actually attached to the case. So this can be removed so that things can be changed and drives can be installed, and you don't have to fight your wire bundle, your front I/O, to get to it. The other feature I liked was all the extra drive bays, and the toolless ODD works very well. When I put in the optical drive, it was really nice. You can see it has a lot of space here in the back panel for dealing with the motherboard and for dealing with cable management. There's just a lot of room. You have a lot of ports in the back here. I've taken 2 of them out already. I was going to go ahead and install my hardware. Taking 2 of them out for my graphics card, and of course you have plenty more for additional graphics cards, sound cards, anything else. The fans that are provided, there's one up front just like this, and then this one came in here in the back for exhaust. I took it out to show you. It's got the lasered holographic Cooler Master logo on there. Unique shaped fins for extra quiet running. Alright, I want to take a look at the Cooler Master N600 case. You can see here the security measures provided. It's got the tab, and I added, of course it doesn't come with a lock, but I added a nice little padlock just to show how well that works. That prevents anyone at a LAN party or other large conventions where maybe you don't know everyone and can't trust everyone. Prevents them from getting in your case. So you can see how nicely, even with a only partially modular power supply, see how nicely everything fits in the case and how nice all of the cable management is. You have very few cables really sticking out up front, and even in the back, which is where most people hide the rat's nest. You can see even in the back, everything looks pretty nice, pretty tidy, and that's accomplished with only 2 little tie downs and a zip strip. So pretty simple, pretty easy cable management, and of course room for a lot more. You can see all of the tie downs I didn't even use. I just tucked this in the back. It could be, you know, very stringently tied down and made to be exactly the right length and perfect, but I just tucked it into the corner, which for me, for temporary measures, is more than enough, and I think for most people that would be more than enough. This is a feature I really liked. If you were going to remove the front cage for the solid state drive, if you had a larger graphics card, or if you were going to use this panel for the radiator and you removed this front cage, you would have plenty of room for another solid state drive and other HDDs up there. You can always mount solid states up front there. Just pretty nice little case. For a mid-tower case, I am able to pack a lot in here. That is a full-size ATX motherboard. You can see 4 slots. This card takes up 2, and there's another, and there's another. I put it in the middle just for ease, but it could have easily gone up top and another card here in the middle, or it could have gone at the bottom, but I felt like that would be pretty close to the power supply. That might be the only thing, because it is a smaller case. If you have a lot of ventilation at the bottom of your card, you wouldn't want to use the very bottom slot, but many cards only have one really nice little turbine fan there. That's about it though, just showing off the interior of the build and the cable management and how easily everything fits in. It's very nice. It's very quick, very easy build with basically no complaints at all. Of course you have, and I showed this earlier, maybe you can see it better right now. I'll lift the camera a little, forgive my shakiness. For more traditional, you know, water cooling, the place on top for the radiator and your hoses, your grommets, everything in the back, and that security latch. So that's it. That is the Cooler Master N600, and we'll be back with some of the benchmarks. The Cooler Master N600 mid-tower gaming case easily earns itself an Editor's Choice Award. I was really impressed with all the features that are packed into this small mid-tower case. So many options available for liquid cooling. Radiators can be placed in 3 different locations. You've got areas for 10 fans. You can fit a full-size 6.6-inch air cooler on the CPU. You can fit a full-size graphics card in this mid-tower case. I mean, even my card is pretty large, and I had a lot of room left.
just all the features that come with it. It easily earns itself an Editor's Choice Award. Really great construction, really great build, very solid case. The case itself has no flex and no give in the joints and the corners, and the angles of it are really well done. The engineers should be very proud of themselves. Cooler Master has really done it this time. Remember to join us at www.hightechlegion.com on our forums. Come there, stop by, say hi. Follow us on Twitter for daily and regular updates. And follow our Facebook page. Give us a like and come by and see us.